So hi, my name is Matt Deeg, and for the past 2 years I have been doing a very in-depth study into men and masculinity. What does it mean to be a man, and where does that come from? And so it started by reading a bunch of books about here's what it means to be a man, and then it shifted into like what makes a man, and rites of passage. And so a little history, fun story lesson for you. Used to be, back in ancient times, we would initiate boys into men. And this is a scene from some Aborigines that are initiating boys to men. And one of the favorite examples of this is the movie 300. So some people, I remember watching it originally, I loved the violence, I loved the sword fight, that was cool. Like I was a college 18-year-old dude, it was great. But what's missing is there's this beautiful piece where they send Leonidas out into the wilderness and he proves himself a man and he comes back. And it's not unlike the bar mitzvahs that we have now. A little bit less fighting, a little bit more memorization, a little bit more scripture and Torah going on. But someone proves themselves a man and they are welcomed back into society as a man. But we don't have that. We've got a bunch of confused boys. We've got a bunch of 18-year-olds, 19-year-olds, 20-year-olds that are wandering around a college campus looking like this guy, having no clue if they are a man or not. And one of my favorite questions to ask is, when did you become a man? I sit down with students at UIFI, with students that I'm working with, I'm like, when did you become a man? And they can't tell me. Or they tell me, it's when I got my first job, or it's when I moved out of my parents' house. But there's no specific marker as to when someone became a man. My favorite joke is there's no bam, you're a man. There's nothing like, okay, here I am. I am now actualized. Someone has affirmed my masculinity. Someone has said, this is who I am. I can take that masculinity, I can claim it, I can own it for myself. And so, in the words of Michael Kimball, we're left with infinite adolescence. The UK is talking that adolescence is now extending to 25. Thank God I'm 26, so I'm not an adolescent anymore. I'm good. But so all of you that are under 25, we're still in adolescence. They're still boys. Why is this at AFA? Fraternity has the answer. Fraternity has the ability to provide rites of passage. We already do. We're going to break them down real fast, but the fraternity ritual isn't just for membership, and it can be used for more than just membership. It can be used to initiate our boys into men. Here's the rite of passage, general path. You start in initial status, you come down, you are taught things in this area called liminal space. We'll talk a little bit more about liminal space here in a second. You come back and you are initiated and you are brought forth by others and proclaimed, this guy is a man. That's our new member process. I'm unaffiliated. I join a fraternity, I enter liminal space. This is a space where people are taught what it means. In ancient countries, it was when they were taught the rites and the rituals of the people group, of the society. They were taught the religion. We do the same thing. And the values of fraternity are the values of manhood. We can teach what it means to be a man through what it means to be in a fraternity. We can teach responsibility, we can teach respect, we can teach this idea that I need to keep trying, reflecting, relationship, or brotherhood. We can teach rationality, and we can teach reverence, we can teach respect for a power that's higher than ourselves. And so in that liminal space, that's the new member process. That's this time of questioning, that's this time of, I don't know what's going on, but I'm learning what's going on. And so we have this fantastic opportunity to teach boys what it means to be a man through the values of fraternity. There's something missing though. In every ancient society, you know who was teaching these boys how to be men? Men. Elders were teaching it. Elders were the ones that were sitting with them sharing, here's what it means to be a man. But now we've got 22-year-olds. We've got 22-year-olds that are saying, hey, here's what it means to be a fraternity man. But they're not a man themselves. They don't have the wisdom, they don't have the age, they haven't gone through life to experience these things. But they're sharing, here's what it means to be a man, and they're teaching that. And so here's my point. What's missing from initiation? It's alumni. The greatest gift our alumni can give us is their time, their experience, their wisdom, not their money. Who cares about their money if our boys are not becoming men? I want our alumni to be involved in the member education process. I think they should be the guides. They should be the ones that are actually there teaching them what it means to be a fraternity man. Who cares what that 21-year-old can do? We talked earlier today, they don't have a degree in education. They don't know how to do that. But our alumni do. Our 40-year-old men that have run a business can share that. They can serve as a guide. They can serve as a mentor. They can serve as an educator. And ultimately, they can serve as that initiator. They're the ones that will take these boys, take them through liminal space, say, here's what it means to be a man. And then after initiation, you're not just a member of that fraternity, you are a fraternity man. And they can actualize that and say, you are now a member of my fraternity, you are a man, this is what I expect of you as a man. fraternity seeks to make men, we can't do it without elders. And so bring them back, bring them into our fraternity process. Thank you.